or Game 6?
We haven't decided yet.
And then today with Alvarez, he did some stuff against Sale that few left-handed hitters have ever done. I guess what did you see from his approach, and just what does he mean to your lineup?
Well, he's a big boy in the middle, and he was just attacking. He was ready to swing, and nobody else could hit him. But Alvarez had him, and if you have one guy in the lineup that comes up at the right time, it makes all the difference in the world. I mean, Chris Sale is one of the best pitchers, around, and has been for years. He was throwing 95 to 97, throwing better than he was last time we saw him. And so I'm just glad we had Alvarez, tonight, because whenever Sale got in trouble, he found a way to strike guys out, all except Alvarez.
McTaggart. Dusty, how was Fromber able to put it all together after a couple of rough outings there in the playoffs?
Well, I don't know. It seems like he put it behind him, and he had Maldi directing him. Maldi would get on him at the right time, and he was throwing strikes. He had a good tempo going. He threw. He didn't mess around. Forcing that breaking ball like he had the last couple starts, and then getting behind, and he was attacking the strike zone, and his pitch count was very, very low. He only got in trouble a couple times, and then, like I've always said, that sinker can get you out of trouble, with two outs and on one pitch. And I think that happened 3 or 4 times, and I don't know how many he turned, but I know we turned at least 3, possibly 4.
Big Apple.
Dusty, what does it say about Alvarez as a hitter that he does so much damage going to the opposite field?
Well, you got to stay on the ball, number one, and he hits the ball to opposite field and it stays straight. It doesn't have a slice on it, and everybody knows he can pull the ball, but he also has power, the other way, and he's only going to get better. Like last year at this time, we didn't have Alvarez, and we came close to going to the series last year without Alvarez, and now we have Alvarez. We're very, very grateful and thankful that we have him. And he's worked exceptionally hard, to keep his legs, together. When you had both knees operated on, we didn't know how much playing he's going to do or if he's going to be able to play the outfield. So that's a tribute to him, the fact of, how hard he's worked, and he's continued to work to keep the strength there. And, and he's feeling more and more confident, in his body, and more confident in his stroke.
Danielle.
When a pitcher is dealing like Fromber was tonight, between innings, do you prefer to kind of leave him alone to do his own thing? Are you trying to encourage him a little bit? How do you manage that?
No, we leave him alone anyway, and, if a guy's dealing, you just let him keep dealing. If he's not dealing, then, you got to make some adjustments. The pitching coaches will talk to him. Some of the, like Carlos would talk to him. He got out of whack that one time. When I went to the mound, because invariably, he had a no-hitter. Everybody know he had a no-hitter. And then they get a hit, and then he hits the batter. And then that's the time when you really got to settle him down and just, take the air out the ball, because the crowd was about to get into it. And he threw up a double play pitch, and then he went back to dealing again.
What did you say to him on the mound?
I tell him, I just call him Framboso. I say, hey, man, you're the best. And, man, just be natural and just do your thing.
Roger.
Danielle, I didn't say a whole bunch to him. It's kind of like you call a 20-second timeout in basketball, to kind of take the air out of the game. And so that was the 20-second timeout that probably took 15 seconds.
Yes, Roger.
I was going to ask about your mound visit, but instead, what did you say to the umpires there in the sixth? Was that about the light out there in center, or what was that about?
Yeah, because I know that Alex Cora had said something about the light out in center, and then he came over to me and said it really wasn't a light. It wasn't in anybody's eyes or point of vision or distracting It was some reflective tape that somebody had put out there, and so it looked like a light shining off the off the lights, but I didn't really see it. I didn't have the angle to see it.
That was Astros manager Dusty Baker after his team wins a laugher 9-1 over Boston, takes a 3-2 series lead in the ALCS. And listen, as much as we talk about the Astros bats heating up, Boston's bats have done the opposite. First 27 innings of this series, 27 runs, 33 hits. Last 17 innings, just 1 run and 7 hits.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.